Now see, he could have just done that.
That was a stupid. Buckle.
I know.
You were a spirited child. But that's enough. Now be a good girl and grab my
Dick.
hand.
Just joking.
What's the matter, Alyssa? Don't you want to live happily with me for all eternity?
I'll answer for her. No.
Alyssa! You belong to me!
Look at his eyeballs. Look, popping out of his head. Did we get to see a first street?
I don't know.
It was only halfway paid.
What did... Oh my... Alyssa, take strength from me? Oh.
Mother?
I don't have my weapon.
Today is Alyssa's 10th birthday. Ready to give up now? Ruder powers will become visible.
What the heck is going on? Oh shit. Oh my goodness, what's this?
Escape!
What was that?
I'm not sure what was happening. That's not Alyssa. What?
Yeah, that's Alyssa.
Why does she have blonde hair?
Give up, grandfather. I won't allow the ritual to happen.
It's like Dragon Ball Z when she goes to the next level and her hair changes color.
That'd be great. I'm now a blonde, so don't mess with me, bitch. And he never fulfilled his dream of marrying underage minors. I have no idea. It's time to get out of there. That probably, yeah, who knows. It's just a minute detail at this point. I think she had like rosy colored hair.
Either way, apparently she leveled up the Dragon Ball Z character.
A Dragon Ball.
Shoved a glowy stick up his sternum and killed him. It was all a dream.
That would. Oh my god.
It was all in your head.
What if it was? Oh my gosh, I just now thought about that. Okay, it wasn't.
Alyssa!
Dennis! Mum, we did it. We did it, Mum.
Freeze frame.
So, did Mom die?
Fade to black. You know,
Did it all even really happen?
that is an interesting point.
She just did it in her dream.
That's an interesting point. You never see the mom after that. I don't know where the heck she went. No one knows where the heck she went.
And somehow we ended up outside again.
That's a very good point you made. It could have been in her head, but no one... I don't really know. I mean, that's a weird, effed up dream.
Her and Dennis were really escapees from an insane asylum. That's what really happened.
She was...
She made up the whole thing, rooters and whatnot.
Well, if she dreamed it all, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time someone dreamed up something and published it and become a bestseller.
It's true.
Well, everyone, that is Clock Tower 3. Before, I guess, we talk about some of the themes in it.
Shumufasa.
Shumufasa. What did you kind of think about it, Lacey?
Let's see. Had a pretty good storyline, I guess. I mean, it was pretty mysterious for the most part. Really good at having the pick up on the clues and stuff. But definitely had some gaps in it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, there were gaps. I don't. That's just the one deal. I was like, why? Like, first of all, why is she going into the past?
Yeah. Why? How does she go into the past?
I don't know how she goes in the past, but why was it significant to go into the past?
Yeah. That doesn't really make sense.
So.
There was another thing. Like, all the other rooters become entities? The ritual happened with all the other rooters? Is that what we're gonna go with?
That's another thing too. I think, well, like, all those rooters, those ghost rooters we saw, were killed by the chopper. And so it could have been possible that they were killed and used for the ritual engagement, or something like that. But this is obviously the third clock tower in the entire series. What's unique about this one, I think it was the first game that Capcom... This is the first of the clock tower games that Capcom made. And so it didn't really directly translate from the first two. Clock Tower 3 can be a standalone story. It has almost no direct influence from the other two, except probably perhaps some of the names and some of the look of it. But other than that, you could play Clock Towers 1, 2, and 3 separately, and they would have almost no connection.
So the storyline for the other two are different?
Yes.
Like, has nothing to do with killing entities and
it's, well,
sigil stones?
The themes are somewhat the same. Like in Clock Tower 1 and 2, you're constantly chased by some guy. Are
you a girl?
Yeah, you're a girl.
Huh. So you're a girl in all of them.
You're a girl and you're chased by monsters, and there's like a mystery and there's, you know, conspiracy going on. But I guess from like a technical standpoint, the graphics are actually pretty good, at least when it came out on the PlayStation 2. The music's alright. The voice acting, a lot of it's not bad, considering it was pretty good English actors, but some of it did not make sense, or it got completely annoying. Like, as you heard with the Lord Barrows battle, oh my gosh, we need more sound bites. Totally need more sound bites. And that voice would just get so annoying. I don't know what direction they gave the guy. They're like, okay, we need you to make a weird grunting noise and pretend you're shooting energy from your hand. So he goes, what are you talking about? Why?
Dragon Ball Z even had better sounds on that when they shot stuff.
So music's alright, graphics are good. There were actually some. If you're new to like scary video games, some of the scares in this game can make you jump pretty high. I mean, if you don't know what's coming around the corner, if you're playing the game for the first time.
And if you're not me.
Or if you're not Lacey. Well, does Lacey not get scared?
Never.
Oh, never. She gets concerned.
Yes.
She gets concerned.
Concerned and excited.
Excited.
Like, that, thing we did, the review? There we go. The review of,
Paranormal Activity
3, yes.
She was like,
I was very excited.
She was very excited, and it's great. It's exciting to be terrified sometimes.
I was so excited, my eyes watered. It was intense.
So, as far as how this game worked out in the industry, I don't know what people decide to do about it. As far as I know, there won't be a Clock Tower 4 for a while. I heard they were wanting to make this one into a movie starring Hilary Duff. I've heard many, many things. But of course, none of it came to fruition. The game could have been improved on like more of a basic level, there was just quite a few plot holes. So, if they had fixed that, it probably would have been an okay game.
Yes. Like, an explanation of what the clock tower represents would be nice.
Yeah, an explanation of what the clock tower does represent.
Yeah, I mean, why? and why exactly did the rooters have to be dressed in, like, ancient clothes? Like, Greek clothes?
Well, I think
I didn't really catch on.
I think it's somewhat, at least hints to that rooters have been around since the beginning of time. and just keep going down and down and down the bloodline.
That could be.
And the TV's farting.
Interesting noise.
Well, that's where, and this is weird too. Why are we being given rooter points? We can't exchange them for anything. Nothing. They're just there. And apparently if I did real horrible, I'm sorry, but I doubt the score's kept anywhere on the internet. So, we're actually not quite done. It says there on the screen, it says a new element has been unlocked, so if we go ahead and save, we can probably figure out what they are. So let's do all this real quick.
Can you cut on this part?
Hold on, we'll take care of something. We'll be back in just a second. Okay guys, we're back at the title screen, and as you can see, if you beat the game, a new feature gets opened. It's called Theater. Theater. And if you select the theater, it will... Hold on a second. Let it take its sweet time. If you go to the theater, it'll let you watch every single cutscene in the game, which I guess can be nice if you're just that kind of person that likes to kind of recollect the events that happened in the game without having to play all the way through them. And the other feature, if you press R1, it'll take you to the gallery, and here's Alyssa that will show you some pictures, not the bad kind, I promise. It says the art of Clock Tower 3. And it kind of shows you, run through just some of the artwork they used for the game. It's nothing special. I won't show you all of it, but that's kind of what it is. Lord Burroughs. They made him look a little bit thinner in this version.
I was about to say, look smaller.
So let's get out of here. Take your time, Alyssa. Wave goodbye, of course. And exit here. Now, a unique feature that this game has, if you load the game, and like a bunch of other games that kind of do the same feature, if you reload the save that you made as you beat the game, it now has a thing on the right that says cleared. It'll say cleared. When it says cleared, that means you can play the game in cleared mode. And the difference being is that everything's harder. Like the puzzles and stuff will be the same, but the enemies will be faster, the bosses will be harder. It'll just be much more of an extreme version of the same game.
More butterflies.
It could be very much, who knows. But let's get this scene. I just want to show you a feature that gets unlocked if you decide to enter clear mode. You receive an item. You receive the wardrobe key. And
oh, goody.
Where is this wardrobe key? What does it belong to? Well,
I guess Alyssa's closet.
Pretty much Alyssa's closet. So let's go up to her room.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean Alyssa.
Alyssa.
Closet.
And here's her wardrobe. Let's use the key.
Wardrobe. Then we get to go through it to a place called Narnia, right?
No, not really. Not quite. Well, you can select different costumes that if you decide to wear them, you'll wear them throughout the entire game. I'm not even joking.
Oh my goodness.
I know, right? I don't know how they got it.
Best costume ever.
I want you to keep in mind she's 14. Okay, she's 14, and they
run around in a bra and
look at the other costumes real quick.
That's
I don't
I'm
think
assuming that's the one that in the last battle.
I want to say it was a little bit different. She has sleeves, but it's slightly different. But let's put, and there's something they've shown that goes around a lot with this particular game. Let's first put this suit on. Yeah, that's what it is, a suit. Kind of a sexy stripper suit. Yeah, I know. She's 14.
She can never sneak up on anyone. I bet it's made out of leather and goes...
This is just insane. But let's put on the last costume.
Booty shorts.
And it's like armor. And you would think this would help in the game, not in the lightest. It does not help. But they went ahead and did it. The game makers went ahead and did the bad thing. If you crouch, you can see everything. You can see all of it, and she's 14.
Charlie, if you crouch.
Well, that's pretty much what?
Dude, did they give her like an extra weapon over there on her thigh? What is that?
Nothing. There is some knives.
She has some knives now.
But she can't use them.
That's gay.
I know it is gay. You play the same game as normal, but you just have different costumes.
Dude, this should be an upgrade. You should totally upgrade to different clothes throughout the game. That would have made it better.
The only upgrade that you have, well, it's a downgrade, but the enemies are harder, just way, way harder and more annoying. It's a much harder game. And I was never ever happy playing it in cleared mode. It was just too hard to do. I did it once and it took forever. I don't know why I did it. It was a waste of time. But anyway, so that's pretty much our playthrough of Clock Tower 3. I hope you enjoyed us, listening to us rant and say incoherent things and
Rant, raid,
a bunch of stuff like
comment.
that. So stay tuned for our next LP. It'll be pending soon. And I don't know if it'll be more of an informative LP or kind of like a funny LP like this one was, but hopefully you'll stay tuned and maybe subscribe. I hope you'll like this playthrough. Any thoughts, Lacey?
Thanks for listening.
See y'all.